man had done this before. The dark van, the duct tape, the back alley no one patrolled. He prided himself on choosing victims carefully, isolated, quiet, the kind of people who wouldn't be missed for hours, maybe days. Tonight was no different. He spotted her walking alone, pale face lowered under the dim glow of streetlights, her long black coat brushing against the cracked pavement. No phone, no bag. Perfect. The abduction was quick, chloroform pressed against her face, her body crumpling into his arms with less resistance than he expected. By the time he drove her to the warehouse on the edge of town, she was bound to a chair, wrists zip-tied, mouth sealed with tape. He flicked on the single dangling bulb overhead, smirking as he looked at her. She hadn't stirred. "Wake up," he muttered, tapping her cheek. Slowly her eyes opened. That was when something inside him shifted. Her gaze wasn't dazed or panicked like the others. It was steady. Too steady. The kind of look that didn't just see him, but studied him, like she was amused. He felt an unexpected chill, but shook it off. "You're in no position to stare at me like that," he snapped, gripping her chin. She didn't flinch. Instead, she smiled through the tape. Her lips parted ever so slightly, and behind them gleamed teeth, longer and sharper than human. The kidnapper froze. "No!" he whispered, stumbling back. He yanked the tape away in panic, as if needing to prove to himself it wasn't real. She inhaled deeply, like the stale warehouse air was a feast. "You've made a mistake," she said softly, her voice smooth, almost melodic. "You've brought me food." The kidnapper reached for the knife on the table, but before his hand touched it, the ropes binding her wrists slipped loose as though they had never been tightened. She stood, stretching, towering over him now, her shadow eclipsing the flickering bulb. He tried to run, bolting for the metal door, but it slammed shut on its own, the sound echoing like a coffin lid closing. She was behind him in an instant, impossibly fast. Cold fingers brushed his neck, not rough, but tender, mocking. "You thought you were the predator," she whispered against his ear, "but you are my prey. Now run, I like to play with my food," he screamed, but the sound was cut short as fangs pierced flesh. His legs buckled, darkness flooded in. When silence fell, the warehouse bulb swung gently, creaking, casting long shadows across the walls. The chair sat empty. The ropes lay in neat coils on the ground. Only the van remained outside, engine still warm, waiting for an owner who would never return.